Well, what's going on, guys? Hope you are well. I'm going to do some training at home this afternoon. I'm 8 days out from my match with Guntars Baikovs, a former Latvian super heavyweight champ. Guntars Baikovs, current AWE heavyweight belt holder. So this is a bit of a match where it is a unified belt opportunity. I've currently got the Intercontinental belt after beating Mazza here, and he's got it. He's defended it twice. He beat Mario Tambakis, and he beat Marcus Satiro. Now he's going to face me. So that one's only 8 days out. I feel a lot better today after having got some sleep. Last you guys saw from me, I was losing my mind driving home from work and telling all sorts of crazy, weird stories. I was really out of it, but I feel way better now. Since then, I got home and I had a solid sleep that afternoon. I got like 5 hours that sleep, and then woke up again, a couple hours awake, then went to sleep again for 7 hours, then woke up again and went a couple hours asleep again. So I feel much more normal now. But being 8 days out, there's not a lot to do. There's not a lot to do now in terms of super heavy stuff. I could probably do one more 1RM style lift, which I might kick it off with that. I might do that first, just to see how I'm picking up the 68.5 kilo pronated lift compared to times gone by. And then after that, I'm just gonna hit some wrist flexion and some basic pronation and just keep my arm alive. That's all I'm really hoping to do at this point in time, just to keep my arm alive. So let me get that set up and we'll do the 1RM. Hey, look, we got a guest. He actually is taller than that.
Yeah, I got a bit short.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Jamie Barrett in the house. There he is with a busted up leg.
Yeah.
Two busted up legs. What do you got there? Broken foot?
Yeah, tore the tendon in my right leg and broke my left foot in 3 places. So,
That'll do it, eh?
yeah.
That'll do it. But anyway, this is the first training that we've done. Anyway, and I've got the strap that I was after. So I'm going to do my 1RM, Jamie. I'm going to do 1RM on that thing.
Oh, yep, for the pronation.
Yeah, just a static pronation lift. And 8 days out from my match with Guntars, I just want to know what my form is like lifting it. Hey guys, let me get this camera set up. I'll pause it again. All right, so gonna have a crack at this 68.5, which is the heaviest I've done at any point. And I'm not able to do this with my arm parallel to the ground, nowhere near it, but there's a certain range that I can do it, and I just want to see how it's tracking. Oh, I just did the carabiner up and all that. I didn't even put it through the loop. Good one, Ryan. Let's try again. Do you do any of these lifts, Jamie?
Oh, yeah.
The statics?
Very often.
Do you do it like this, like Devon's style of bloody?
Yeah.
Nice. What number are you pulling? And what form are you using?
I think the Devon lift isn't something that you should max effort all the time. I think it's something you should do at 80%.
Uh-huh.
I believe I've heard Devon say that in the past as well.
Yeah, Devon doesn't 1RM, like genuinely 1RM. He can always move it, but he works hard, you can see. But anyway, let's see what form I can hit this on. So this is 68.5 kilos, for those wondering. I don't like to put it over my thumb like Devon. I like to grab it above or in between my thumb and my index finger. Okay, so it's moving all right. I felt fairly comfortable. That's where the knot is. That's where my highest has been, as in the closest my arm's been. So that went up pretty easy, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now it's more about dropping the weight and do some work with it. So I'll set that up. All right. So I was just chatting with Jamie then. when I was getting ready for Mazza here, I rang Devon and was asking him about this lift. And I was asking him about stiffness. Because when I do heavy singles on these for a good period of time, my pronator becomes super jacked. And I was like, I feel strong when my pronator is super jacked. And I actually rang him and asked him, said, do you feel super jacked just before a match? Or do you like to be supple and soft? And he's like, no, I want to be super jacked. So that stiffness through the pronator is a good thing. But he shared with me that he goes down to like 60-70% of his 1RM within the last sort of 10 days before a match and hits explosive reps. So when I was getting ready for Mazza here, I remember I think I did 40 kilos or 41 kilos, which is what this is, 41 kilos. I managed to hit that for like 30 reps. I think it was 30 reps. But anyway, so I've now dropped down to that. I'm going to see how that feels. And we go from there. Anyway, 41 kilos. Oh, 40 for 40. What do you reckon, Jamie?
It's interesting.
It's interesting. It looks like I'm bouncing it, but it's hard to bounce 41 kilos of plates.
I think if you were to like snap the weight and like catch it, it'd be a bit
if it was
different.
Yeah, like there's if it was completely in the air, I don't know if I'd be able to do the same amount of reps. I don't know. If I keep it off the ground, grip it lower.
Are you looking for explosivity or?
Well, yeah, I'm short range of motion still, but I'm just trying to reverse it as quick as I can, and I don't want to lift it. I'm just trying to work that 90 degrees, that basically where my arm is at setup.
Yeah.
And just that boom. The first hit. Oh, because my next opponent's a real good damn top roller. He's taller than me, bigger hand than me. And it's making me question whether I'm top rolling or going sideways.
Are you confident with your pronation through your top knuckle?
Yeah, posting top roll, I'm good. Where I suck is wrist flexion. If I need to anchor my top roll with my fingers, no good. But in a strap, if I get to use my top knuckle, then yeah. Like when I pulled Lachlan Carpenter, it was super easy, just top knuckle, top rolling. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. And now, the only other thing I do, my thoughts on what I'm going to be planning over the next 8 days before this comp is just to keep my arm alive. And all I mean by that is make sure all the muscle groups are working in some capacity. So I'll hit some wrist flexion now. All right. So I've just literally got 12.5 kilos on here. This is almost a 3-inch. I think it's 2 7/8 inch diameter. Wrist flexion is my weakness. I'm just trying to remind my body not to forget that I have to be able to do wrist flexion. What is your weakness?
I try to be well-rounded, so if someone's strong in a particular style, it might open up a weakness. But
you don't feel like you have one of the fundamentals underdeveloped relative to the others?
Probably rise.
Rise is, I think, I think Rise is maybe, no, it's not my best. I think pronation is my best, but I think Rise is nipping at the heels of my pronation. Wrist flexion is like super obvious to me that I suck at it. Relative. The people I can pronate against, if I try to hold on to them, no. Like I can't for the life of me hold on to Sam Burnett, example.
Yeah.
I can't. He's too strong. Like and I should be able to hold on to someone that's an 80 kilo champ, but I can't.
Sam's hand's mega.
His hand is really good. Yeah, he would be the opposite to me. He'd be wrist flexion, maybe as his best. I don't know. But it's difficult to catch up. And I don't know if it's genetic or if it's environmental that I've just always arm wrestled with pronation as my lead. But it feels like it never catches up.
Might be your style of training.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's one of the things I genuinely do enjoy is the philosophy game where you kind of see yourself as a video game character and you have to allocate points to defense, sword skills, magic. Like you were just playing with Bradley.
Yeah.
What'd you allocate your points to?
Your sword.
Sword, because I hadn't done anything on the sword, had I?
No.
That's actually really interesting. The way I play video games is the same way I play the game of arm wrestling. I've always hated cookie cutter builds. I hate well-balanced builds. I've always been like, give me the obscure character and I want to win just with an overpowered one move. So it's probably true of my arm wrestling training that I've neglected wrist flexion. So as you can see, I'm in a weird position here. All I'm doing here is trying to not allow side pressure or my bicep to be a reason why I want to put it down. I don't want any lactic acid building up there. I just want it all on my wrist, and that's working because this is burning like crazy.
So you still do high reps leading up to a match?
Yeah. My high reps don't stop till 3 days before.
For me, leading up to a match, I do shorter reps, like sets of 3 or sets of 6.
What weight relative?
Heavy.
Yeah, I do.
It's probably light for you, but for me,
oh, but still relative to your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I hit like 2 months out. If life's not getting in the way, it's 5 days gym where I'm doing compound lifts. 5 days in the afternoon, I hit light weight high reps of everything, wrist flexion, pronation, rise, and thumb base pronation. And then 1 day a week table time. But then when I get 2 weeks out, I start doing heavy singles twice a day of whatever the main movement is I think is going to be the one that's going to win me the match. And then I still continue to do high reps as well. And then 3 days out, or maybe normally 8 to 3 days out, I'm just doing high reps. And then 3 to 0 days out, nothing. So I haven't trained in the last 3 days, as you know. But so it was like my last chance to hit a heavy just to see if I can do it still. So yeah. But it's weird because it's like it's a constant experiment. I've tried all sorts of things. I remember I asked John Brzenk one time when I was at his place if there was $1 million match, how would he, in a year's time from now, how would he prepare? And he said table time twice a week, and then he'd stop a month out, and that was it. I'm like, a month? You'd stop a month? And he's like, yeah, I'd rest up and heal up. He'd give himself a full month. He asked Todd Hutchins the same question, and he'll say, training twice a day, 1 RMs once a week, speed that, like he's fully regimented. And when it comes to his game day, he'll still train up to 24 hours prior to his match.
It seems like Todd just keeps leveling up, and even his technique now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a full-time.
Is improving.
He's a pro. He's a scientist, and he knows he works hard. So it's not surprising. He looked good against Baekovs, didn't he? And he looked good against John.
Yeah.
He crushed John. He sent me a message after I beat Mazahir saying, keep taking the anti-top roll vaccine and crushing people, looking good. He likes seeing me win with my wrist back.
Really?
Yeah. That's Bradley's one, too light. So I like this, just a medium to light band, just around the thumb, and sit at center like you're about to start. Just rotate like you're in the strap setup.
So you do it at the bottom of your thumb knuckle.
Yeah, have a go though. You can wheel up. You'll like that. Because this is really, to me, feels like that little battle you have in your thumb with your opponent just before the strap gets tightened.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then there, and so post up through on this side, and then just, yeah. And even just, don't even use your bicep, go to static, and then just push your thumb forward. Pulse your thumb, yeah. Like you're in a ref script and they say close your thumb. And you're just putting your thumb down. You're just putting your thumb down and taking up as much space as you can. Because I think the thumb is genuinely the first.
It feels like a strap's on.
Yeah. And the thumb is the first fight that you can actually physically dominate someone with. Assuming, because anyone can take you to a ref script. When you go to a ref script, you can't do anything with your fingers, can't really do anything with this. But when they say close your thumb, it's the first time you can win height. And if you are stronger there than someone can handle, it's game over. You just put your thumb down, they've lost their ability to pronate, and you've just gained your ability to roll over your thumb. So this, and that's what your Devon training thumb was really what made me analyze this. And I love it. I think it's amazing. You win, and so many times you can win the match just before the go. You know it's over because you can feel your thumbs just like, they got nothing.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. Plenty of lactic acid too. Alright. One more round of pronation, of wrist flexion, and that'll do for that. Lachlan Adair's fingers are the best developed fingers that I've encountered. Like he's got biceps, he's got huge wrist flexion, but like for me personally, it's his fingers that are the problem. And if he trains with, you know, those flat-fingered Mazarenko style, wrist ball style things,
Yeah.
he does them real heavy, like 65 kilos, static hold stuff, which is problematic for me because I got to get through those fingers. But how do you train your fingers?
You know, mix of pull-ups. You know, doing a pull-up, going in the air and catching myself on my fingers.
Mm-hmm. So explosive, sort of plyometric almost.
Yeah, or a really big, the biggest handle I can grab, and from a top pulley, making all the pressure load into my fingers, and then just dragging it down from there.
Yep.
And that's how I train. I think that's the best way to train your fingers, loading all the pressure.
Let them open. Is it a handle like this, or do you
Bigger?
But so same wrist wrench style wrap on it, like a
more of a rolling handle.
rolling handle. Okay.
Like
Yep.
like a Rolling Thunder, for example.
Yep. Okay.
It's you can do that as well, but the rolling handle is trying to roll out your fingers. And then if it gets too heavy, it will roll out your fingers.
Yeah. I always found a rolling handle, for me, it taxes my wrist before it taxes my fingers. Because the strap's on the outside edge of these, all the force is out this way, where rolling handle, the force is in line with the center, which hits my wrist. I don't know, maybe it's the style I hold it.
That's why I do it from a top pulley, so it's pulling into my fingers rather than.
So you're up like that.
Rather than the crazy pulley, it's not pulling.
So you're not curling around it at all. Yeah. Okay. I do have a handle like that. Let me change. It's not thick though, but
yeah,
this style thing. So you straight wristed?
Straight wrist.
Yeah, and then
yeah, all the way in. Bend your wrist all the way in, and then
thumb out, thumb over.
You're just trying to put all the pressure in your fingers. I load it back and then in. Sometimes I hold it on my fingers and then curl. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's got the best wrist flexion. Ivan Matushenko. Did you see him pull at East West West last time? If you look up this dude's highlight reel.
Is he the guy who beat Sasha?
No, he's the dude that beat the big Polish presser, Kamil Jablonski.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never seen a faster flash pin than Kamil was up like this, and Matushenko just went pop.
Really?
Just wrist flexion so hard, so fast that just. Yeah, I feel like Matushenko is the most wrist flexion heavy puller I've ever seen.
I think I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, he's an OG of Russian arm wrestling. I think he's like a 7-time national Russian champ.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's burning a lot. This is what I do with my afternoon sessions. I just muck around and I have no structure at all. I just want to pump in my arm, in my forearm. Have I got a pump? Yeah, kind of.
There's one particular exercise that comes to mind when I train my fingers. I saw a video RBJ made. Yeah, that works too. But RBJ said when he felt he was in his strongest form is when he was doing heavy reverse curls and the thumb over the bar.
Oh, yeah, and so he's having to hold on to it
so
with
it's
those
on
4
your
fingers.
fingers.
Yep.
I do that a lot.
You've got a massive seated curl, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
I've done 90.
90 kilo seated curl.
Yeah, my body weight's 70 kilos.
I can't do a 90. It hurts my. I feel like it hurts my back a lot.
I did 80 for 6.
That's impressive.
And 90 for 1.
I can stand and curl, like with nothing, no propping of my elbow. I can curl maybe 45 kilos on my right. But then you give me a strict curl bar and my max is like 70.
Yeah.
Like my left is that bad, and it can never make it feel right. It just doesn't feel nice. This thing's fun. You probably can't see this YouTube, but you can work out what it is by the sound of it. Oh, let it go too far. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Yeah. It's a funny game. If you could go back to the start and reallocate let's say all the points you've got in skills now, would you change anything? Would you take away any points off anything and put them on something else right now?
Index knuckle rise pronation on the index knuckle.
What would you take away to give those points? What do you got room to give up? That's a hard question. You don't want to give anything away.
Probably
Legs.
maybe elbow.
Elbow? Yeah, actually, you have a lot of elbow.
I've got a lot of
You
elbow.
got a lot of elbow. I don't fight for center against you. Your elbow is a weird level of condition.
Yeah, maybe shoulder commitment. I don't know. I've never lost with someone coming forward with me at the same time with their shoulder. Yeah. It's never happened.
I'm super curious.
If you come forward with me at the same time and say we both want to press, I've never lost.
You've never lost
that battle.
Center. I know that feeling because I've flirted with trying to take center off you, and I always back off.
Obviously, I've come forward with a hooker and we've been stuck there. But
it's rotation, then it's not.
Yeah.
Like if I come forward with you, I drop low.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to try to. Yeah. Curious, how did you get that? Did you have that from the beginning? I know you've worked really hard, but did you have that?
When I started watching arm wrestling, Devon was doing still in his hook, kind of coming forward. You know, one little comment he used to make was watch the shoulder and follow it like a horse, make sure it's in just a little bit further than your opponent, and I think that's how I made it. My shoulder's always a little bit in further than my opponent every time. I do that by bringing my other shoulder forward and not moving this one.
Yeah.
So.
The wizardry of it all. Yeah, and be the second person to move when the referee says move back, move down, move up, move side, whatever. Never be the first person to move. Always let your opponent move first, then you.
Even if I do move back, I just move forward again. It's just.
It's true though.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. Yeah. It's true. I don't think I've ever. No, sorry, I lie. I got to tell the story. I was about to say I don't think I've ever lost a match on setup fouls, but I have. Nationals 2014 against Sam Safuri. Grant Tolentino was the favourite to win it, right? Sam and I were neck and neck, but I'd beaten Sam the last time I faced him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I elbow fouled the first round. He holds on to me, doesn't want me to get the strap. I elbow foul because he doesn't want the strap. Second start, I managed to get the slip, keep my elbow down. Okay, strap. Ref script, I'm on one foul. Okay, they go to ref script because Sam doesn't want to take grip. Anyway, so I'm there, strap's going on, and I'm like this, right? I'm just chilled, I'm watching here, I'm getting what I want. But I don't even think my left hand was on the peg. Okay, I then put my hand on the peg. And he said, the referee said, warning, no movement. And I said, what? And he said, warning, no movement. It's a ref script. And I said, okay. And then I squared my shoulder for him, anticipating him to say square your shoulders. I went like that. And he said, foul, no movement in the ref script. Winner, Sam. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I squared my shoulder for you. Anyway.
Who was reffing that?
That was...
It's pretty rough.
You wouldn't have met him. His name's Steve someone.
That's pretty strict.
It was crazy. And it was because it was the first year, no, it was 2015. It was the first year Australia was sending people to WAF Worlds, and in preparation for trying to get used to the strictness of WAF Worlds, everyone was being super mega tight, and that's what resulted in. Anyway, all right guys, we're gonna head off. 30 minutes, 56 seconds. If you watched all the way to here, you're a little bit crazy, but you're also a little bit cool. All right guys, see ya.